Quick, graph y equals 2 to the 3x power by hand 2 different ways. It is highly recommended that you've watched the video how to graph y equals f of the quantity k times x before watching this video. You will need graph paper or download this PDF and print it, and press pause as needed anytime during this video. The first way is with the 2 to the x dance. The first point of the dance is at 0, 1, and it is not affected by the coefficient of x, which is 3. So we're going to go right 0, up 1, because when x is 0, y is equal to 2 to the 3 times 0 power, which is 2 to the 0 power, which is 1. So 0, 1. Recall that the coefficient k equals 3 is inversely proportional to the horizontal dilation factor. That is, multiply each x value by the reciprocal of k, which is 1/3. Normally, the 2 to the x dance would be right 1, up 2. But for our graph, it's going to be right 1/3 up 2, because a third times 1 is a third. Next point would normally be right 2 up 4. But in our case, it's going to be right 2/3 up 4. A third times 2 is 2/3, so 2/3 up 4. Next would be right 3 up 8, but for ours, it's going to be right 1 up 8. A third of 3 is 1. And then going the other direction, normally left 1 up a half becomes left a third up a half. Left 2/3 up a fourth. Draw the asymptote. That would be the x-axis, or the line y equals 0. Connect the points. And this is our graph y equals 2 to the 3x power. Comparing that to the parent function, you can see that it is a horizontal shrink from blue to green. Second way, using a table. Here's our y equals 2 to the x normal table, 7 points. Since k equals 3 inside the exponent, that's going to affect the horizontal dilation factor. It's going to be the reciprocal of 3, which is a third. We keep the y coordinates the same, but we multiply each of the x coordinates by that 1/3. So 3 times a third is 1, so plot 1, 8. 2 times a third is 2/3, 2/3, 4. 1 times a third is a third, 2. So go ahead and finish the table and plot those points. Press pause and resume when you're ready. So 0 times a third is still 0, 1. Negative 1/3, a half. Negative 2/3, a fourth. And negative 3/3, which is negative 1, an eighth. Draw the asymptote, the x-axis, the line y equals 0. Connect the points and compare it to the parent function, horizontal shrink from blue to green. Now you try one. Graph y equals 2 to the 2x power. Use either method or both for the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check your answer. And here's your answer. It's a horizontal shrink.